The closet game my mom made me play wasn't a game at all. When I was little, I thought my mom had this weird game. Anytime someone knocked on the door, she'd panic, grab me, and shove me into the hallway closet. "Stay quiet," she'd whisper. "No matter what you hear, I'll come get you." Then she'd lock the door from the outside. I'd sit there in the dark, heart pounding, listening to muffled voices, sometimes shouting, sometimes silence. This wasn't a one-time thing. It happened almost every week. Afterwards, I'd ask, "Mom, why do I have to hide?" She'd say, "Some people aren't safe for little girls. I'm protecting you." But from who? We lived in a peaceful neighborhood. Everyone seemed nice. As I got older, it got worse. She added extra locks to the doors, peeking through the curtains at every sound. Sometimes she'd drag me into the closet with her, and we'd hide together in total silence. When I was 12, I finally said, "Mom, this isn't normal. Other kids don't hide from people." That's when she said something I'll never forget. "Other kids don't have your father." It was the first time she ever mentioned him. I asked, "What do you mean? What about my dad?" She just said, "He's a very bad man, and he's been trying to find you since the day you were born." That was all she'd say. Years passed. I turned 18, and I needed answers. I requested my birth certificate. What I got shook me to my core. My name wasn't Ava Miller. It was Ava Thompson. And according to the state records, I'd been reported missing when I was 6 months old. I felt sick. I showed the papers to Mom that night and asked, "Am I kidnapped?" She broke down. "I didn't kidnap you," she sobbed. "I saved you." Piece by piece, she told me the truth. She wasn't my real mom. She'd been my nanny. My biological father, David Thompson, was a violent man who had been abusing me since I was an infant. "He broke your arm when you were 4 months old," she said through tears. "He told the doctors you rolled off the couch." "Why didn't you go to the police?" I asked. "I did," she said, "but he was a police detective. His buddies protected him." So one night, she ran, took me in the middle of the night, changed both our names, moved across the country. She never stopped looking over her shoulder. The people knocking on our door all those years? Private investigators, cops, sometimes even him. She lived in fear every single day. Every knock could have been him, she said. Every day I thought it was over. I went to the police. An investigation confirmed everything. David Thompson had a long history of abuse. And now, he was in prison for nearly beating his stepson to death. A detective told me, "Your mother didn't kidnap you. She saved your life." The charges against her were dropped. They said no jury would ever convict her for what she did. But just last week, I got a letter from prison. It said, "I know where you are now. I get out next year. I'm coming to get what's mine. Let him come. Because this time, I won't be hiding in a closet. I'll be waiting, and I'll spit in his face."